Hi guys. So a second ago, I was, brushing my teeth and washing my face. The product that I was washing my face with is a product that I've used off and on since probably like 12 or 13, and I'm now 35. While I was washing my face with the product, I noticed that it smelled different. And I was just like, okay. Um, it just in that moment it was like I keep feeling like everything is changing. Like nothing is the same. Products, life, everything. Everything is changing. We are going through a big, huge, astronomical transition. And I feel in that transition and with all the change that is going on, the change is presenting us with choice. The change is presenting us with the choice to choose who we really are and what we really want to be. Had it not been for this change that was or that is feeling like it is not optional for us, we will be comfortable. And in our comfort, we do not challenge our beliefs. In our comfort, we do not challenge ourselves oftentimes at all, past what we feel works for us, past whatever our cap is. So now I feel like who you are, you get an opportunity to see who that is. And if that person that you are is based off of performance, or if that person that you are is based off of choice, like you actually feel good about who you are. This is an actual choice. Like, I want to be this person versus society told you to be a way. You found what pocket that you fit into, and you just been rehearsing your lines for your character all your life. Now it's like the time where the script is being ripped out of your hand. And it for some it's momentarily because like I said, some people realize in this transition that they do like who they were and that they now want to continue to be who they were, but they want to continue to be who they are or were for them. And then you have some people who are coming to and realizing that that's never who I wanted to be. I don't ever want that script back. I want a new script, one that is based on my true character. So it is uncomfortable. Parts of it is discouraging in a way. I don't know because it's like, dang, I don't know. I guess it's once again, it's bringing about a challenge, like challenging who I am, what I want. Like I said, who I am and what I want, and if those things are solely based on who I truly am or what I truly want for myself, not what I was told. And anywho, I just realized that even in the dysfunction of it all, that comfort is so powerful. And I feel like a lot of things that are being stripped away need to be stripped away. They need to be reevaluated. They need to be rebuilt on something that has more substance. But in the meantime, you have to deal with the shambles. You have to deal with the deconstruction before the reconstruction. So it needs to happen, but it is very uncomfortable. And I feel like a lot of things are teaching me. I mean, a lot of the things that are being stripped away are being broken down and showing me just how much I crave comfort. And I don't feel like I've always been that way my whole life. I feel like there are moments and times in my life where I was okay, like with change. I was more adaptable to change. Now it's showing me at some point I kind of got off of that, and comfort became my best friend, but also my greatest hindrance. Comfort kept me complacent. Comfort is the reason why I didn't go after certain goals. And then comfort turned into fear. And they just, ah, they became like this with each other. And yeah. So even though in the discomfort of all the change and transition, I'm feeling like it is giving me and you our greatest gift, the gift to really love ourselves, to know ourselves, to really, like I said, question things. Where am I really going? What do I really want? I don't know. I'm saying the same stuff. Like, I have a tendency to repeat myself because I forget what I said. But nonetheless, hopefully it's still helpful for you or to you. But yeah, change isn't I'm starting to see the benefits of change, I will say, because change doesn't feel good, especially when it's involuntary. especially when you feel like you didn't have the time to prep for it, which you, due to comfort, we feel like you didn't have time to prep for it, but that was time. You just were too comfortable and didn't know how to detach from that comfort and didn't have a reason to detach from that comfort because you were benefiting in a society that, anywho. So, change isn't so bad after all. It is hard in the midst of change to be present because when you're in the midst of change and you realize you either want to go back to where things were, like you didn't want the change, or you want to speed ahead to like, okay, now let's get to the end of this change so I can reap the benefits of this change. It is hard to be present in change when change doesn't look like that. Change doesn't look like going back, and change doesn't look like speeding forward. Change means you take every step. You walk up every step until you see the benefits of that change. You don't get to speed past it and you don't get to go backwards. And right now, change is uncomfortable. Change doesn't look so great in certain ways to me because it is breeding a lot of uncertainty. And I feel like there's nothing that I fully have to hold on to. Well, as I was saying that, maybe it is teaching me to hold on to the things that are substantial, that maybe I was holding on to things that were superficial, that were fleeting. And now that those things, once again, keyword being stripped, word of the day, from me, now I'm having the opportunity to see what is actually substantial, what is actually foundational, and to hold on to those things in the midst of the transition. I don't know. Pardon me, I don't know what happened because prior to me turning this camera on, I was doing, different things, like I said, and didn't have no loogie, no nothing going on in my throat. I'm sorry because I know that's gross, but I'm just like, what are we doing? Like as soon as I come and on this camera and start talking now, we got the flimmy flim and all kinds of things going on. But anywho, I hope that that was helpful. I'm, like I said before, it is so hard and it is so vulnerable to keep showing up knowing that I'm repeating myself, knowing that I don't know if the, like I said, repetition is due to the environment that I live in and the symptoms it's been causing, or I don't know. This is vulnerable, like I said, because I am used to being able to articulate my thoughts very well. That's something that was a big deal for me. And that's a change that I feel like I'm experiencing in this season. Whether that continues past this season or it's just for this season, that is something that is very hard for me. How I'm showing up is not how I've always been, like I feel like I really prided myself, like I said, on being able to articulate my stuff, of being clear, of maybe taking certain things that are complex and breaking it down and simplifying it for others and myself. And I just feel like this season is not giving that, but it's like I feel like I had the comfort prior to, speaking once again of comfort and things, to not have to challenge myself prior to and to make excuses. And now when I'm choosing to do stuff and to break through that, it's at the time where it's the most inconvenient for me. But in me seeing that it's the most inconvenient for me lets me know how convenient it would have been for me to do it before. But once again, because I was living in comfort and excuses and everything that came with that, I did not challenge myself. And I feel like there was privileges that I could have experienced or benefited from had I started at the time that it was most convenient. But at the same time, I don't know. I tend to believe that everything happens for a reason, whether I understand it or not. And I just feel like if I could get through and keep pushing at the time that it's the toughest for me, and let's just say that this is just a season and that I get past this and I'm able to articulate myself better again like I was used to, then it's like I have that extra oomph behind me that, like, if I could do it in the trenches when it was the hardest, then I dang sure can do it here. And that will propel me and give me that push to keep going and not, once again, to get caught up and discouraged by my obstacles and challenges that are sent there only to make me better. But you don't often see that in real time. You just see that something is bothering me and it's Doesn't feel good. But in order for you to see the beauty and the gift that those things bring, you have to work through and pass those obstacles and challenges. Anywho, I don't know what you may or may not have gotten from that. I don't know. But like I said, very vulnerable because I know that I'm repeating myself and I don't know how to stop. I know that I was better able to articulate myself, and now my thoughts escape me, and it's like everything I felt like I was good at is being challenged. But at this point, I also know that I do believe it's a gift, even if I can't see it. I believe it's a gift. Some of my greatest gifts didn't always look so great in the beginning. Some of the gifts I can see right now, but I feel like some of the gifts are gonna be once I get through this will be in retrospect. Retrospect? But whatever. Like some of the gifts I won't see until I look back, and some of the gifts I'm able to see in the midst of it. And I do believe the ones that I can't see in the midst of it are still happening. And yeah. Oh, brother. Uh, this is a tough one, but I'm gonna keep going. No matter what. Like I said, I owe it to myself. I owe it to you. You owe it to you to keep going through whatever you're going through. Stay up, man. Like, I know it's weird. I know it's confusing. You might just feel like you're floating. Just stay up, you know? It's weird times, but it's times that are necessary, whether we feel like it or not. It's bringing about a growth and a change that wouldn't have otherwise came unless we went through the times we are going through now. I know that may not sound that great. It's not about it sounding great. Things are what they are, whether they sound good or not, you know? Just like I said, stay up, stay up, stay encouraged. I'm going to continue to do my work, and I encourage you to continue to do yours, whatever that looks like. Be committed to your individual path. Yours may not look like mine's or the next person's. It doesn't matter. Stop looking around for others to validate your experience. Your experience is valid. Keep living your life. Follow what you're being fed and led to do, not what somebody else is telling you. It don't matter what nobody else thinks. Stay focused on your path. Listen to what you're being told, where you're, like I said, being led and guided in your life. Your path wasn't meant to be lived by others. Your path was meant to be lived by you, and so was mine by me. So, anywho, my last anywho for the video. I hope that I was able to be of inspiration. As, like I said, in all or most of my videos, I've said that is my greatest wish. My greatest goal is not only to grow through this experience, but to help others grow as well. So, through their experiences. So, anywho, I said it was my last anywho, and I lied. And I didn't mean to lie to y'all. I didn't know I was going to say it again because I thought I was going to be finished. And then I didn't finish. I just kept going. Now I'm going to stop. I'm stopping. Okay, period. So I love y'all. I hope you're well. Once again, know that you are loved, that your experience is valid, that you are beautiful, that you are awesome, that you are worthy of good things. You are a good thing. If nobody else tells you that, know that. Look to you. Look to your source, whatever you believe. Don't worry about others. It's your source if you believe in anything outside of yourself, and it's you. These are your guiding lights through life. That's all you'll ever need. Everything else and everyone else will come and go. But you and your source, if you believe anything outside of yourself, are the things that are going to be constant. So I'm telling you, like I said, that you're worthy, that you're beautiful, that you are a good thing, but you have to believe it. So I encourage you to look in the mirror. You'll see something beautiful looking back at you. With that being said, I'm gonna skedaddle. Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.